I've been here before when this path has been covered in mud. It's been washed up by the river. It's Wednesday, 17th July. It's a beautiful day, and I've just got off the train here at Worcester Foregate Street station. Gonna head off now down to the canal and the river. Another example there of a cyclist who's just come from behind me. Didn't shout, didn't ring his bell, nothing. Just took me completely by surprise. Very large white beam there. A couple of narrowboats tied up a bit further on. I think possibly they'll be taking on water. I'm sure there's a water point there. It's a very vivid blue, that boat, called the St. George. Very striking. And it looks like the cafe boat is open today. It's called Cafe Afloat. So I may well call in there on the way back. Green lights. Conditions are normal today. It's not always like that when I come here. This of course is Diglis Top Lock. Just going to walk down now to the bottom lock and the river. Pound is pretty full, and then you can see the bottom lock here. Here's the sill. Pretty gigantic it is in this lock. A curved stone. And that's going to match the level of the river, which is the other side of the gates. When you look at the river now, everything's nice and calm. It's hard to believe how high it can rise when it's in flood. I've been here before when this path has been covered in mud. It's been washed up by the river. And that's a measure of how high it can rise. Quite incredible. So the red bollards, pontoons over there are to prevent you from going the wrong way. Really impressive, this river lock. Actually there are two locks, one a little larger than the other, side by side. There's the lockkeeper's cabin, and there's a sort of an island over there, and the other side of that island is where the rest of the river flows through a weir. Lovely old crane up there. Anyway, fascinating as the locks are, and we'll take another little look at them. The reason I've come here today, I'm going to look at something I haven't looked at before, show you something I haven't showed you before, and that's going to be the fish pass, which according to this map is somewhere over there. Before I learned about the fish pass, I used to think a fish pass was a membership card that an angler carried. Pause for laughs there. But no, it's something completely different, and I'm going to walk down past the locks, cross the river on the bridge, and hopefully walk back up on the other bank, which you can't see from here, and take a look at the fish pass. So I didn't see that boat was waiting because it was hidden by these trees as I walked past, but They've opened one of the locks now, as you can see, and that boat is going in. I think that's an ABC hire boat. So the lockkeeper will have told him to moor up against one of the side walls. Hopefully we'll see the gates closing now. Yeah, there they go. So these gates are operated electrically. There we are. I had wondered about it. This bridge was opened in 2010. So it's yeah, it's just about 14 years ago that it was opened. Fabulous piece of engineering. Okay, so I've just come down to the bank in here. There's the weir. So you can well understand why they don't want you bringing your boat down this way. The main river is the other side of the island. That's quite a weir, isn't it? What you can see ahead though is the fish pass. That concrete construction. So I'm going to carry on walking up the path and try and get a closer look at it. Looks rather ingenious. That's an awful lot of water coming over there. This is the start of the fish pass. It's a very good view. If I was more agile, or at least as agile as I once was, I'd nip over this fence and have a look over the edge there. This is the entrance to the fish pass, and some days I believe they open this so that you can have a closer look. Also, I think there's a sort of an underwater observation chamber where you can actually see the fish as they pass up in the water. What's today? Yeah, the next one is Friday. So that's a shame. There you are. It costs £6.50. Or £3 if you're under 18. And the kind of fish that have been seen are sea lampreys, pikes, salmon and shads. Oh, what an absolutely stunning day, and it's not very often I put sunglasses on, but I've certainly had to today. What a fantastic place the fish pass is. I found some information on Wikipedia for you. I'm going to read that out, but I'll have to take the sunglasses off to read what I printed out. Right, so I've got my glasses on now, and I can read what I printed out. Unfortunately, there's so many people wandering around on the path that it just isn't very practical for me to sit there and do a monologue to the camera. So I just wandered down to the river's edge at great personal risk, and I do hope you appreciate that. And I'm just going to read you some of the notes I found on Wikipedia. So this is the biggest, at the time this was of building, this was the biggest fish pass of its kind in England and Wales. Work began in 2019, but finished after 18 months because of floods and then COVID in 2020. It was started up again and officially opened in October 2021 by Royal Highness the Princess Royal. It's 100 meters long, 8 meters wide, 5 meters deep. The pass is formed of a series of 11 ascending pools. Each one is just 20 centimeters higher than the previous one, and that makes it easier for the fish to go up such a high level, so they can reach above the weir. Yeah, and on open days I believe you can go into an underground chamber and actually be alongside the fish pass itself, and if you're lucky you'll see fish going past the observation window. Sadly today isn't one of the days that it's open, but if you look on their website, and I'll give you a link, then you can find out when they are open and come along. So I've got a bit of a dilemma now. Do I carry on walking this way back up towards the city centre, but on, if you like, the wrong side of the River Severn, so it's about a mile, and then I'll come out further up than I want to be really? Or do I turn around and go back the way I came, which I guess is about half to 2/3 of a mile, and then walk back up past the river lock? I think that's what I'll do. Just closing the gates now, and what he'll then do, he'll start filling the lock from the other end. And so I'm just going to walk up to that end and see what we can see. Gates are opening now. We should see that little boat emerge. And there he is. Isn't that a dinky boat? I think that's a beaver, what they call, made of glass fibre, and I think they originally were built around Govilon on the Monmouthshire Brecon Canal. Oh, lovely little boat. Hope you enjoyed this little visit to Worcester once again, and to the fish pass. I've got a viewer from the channel, yeah?
Yep, Kevin. That's me.
And Kevin's a volunteer with the CRT.
That's it, CRT.
Yeah.
Down here at Diglis. On the canal locks, not the river locks, the canal locks.
On the canal locks, yeah. And he's standing by to open the lock for the next lucky boat that comes through.
Yep, either from the river or down the canal.
Yeah, brilliant.
Have to keep an eye on both ends.
Good lad. So he's doing a great job, and if I wasn't going away on Gladys, I'd probably be joining your band, I think. Maybe not here, but perhaps at Govilon on the Monmouthshire Brecon. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it the old thumbs up. Good lad. I didn't pay him to do that. Leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? It won't cost you anything. I'd be very grateful. I want to get to those 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you next week from somewhere else, and I'll be doing something else. So for me and Kevin, it's bye.
Bye.